to the wastewater treatment facility with my kids. So actually this evening, so I did not get to go live earlier. So hopefully you can join me right now. Somebody will maybe. If you want to know when I'm going live, hit the subscribe button so that Facebook will tell you when I am live on this page, and you can join me and type in your questions real time and give me little emoticons to let me know you're here, or you have questions or whatnot. So tonight, I thought I would welcome. Thanks for joining me. Tonight, I want to talk about something that the first time I heard about it, I was so confused. It was about 12 years ago, and I was at a health and wellness convention, learning a whole bunch of new stuff, loved it, and also so confused. I heard about this thing called the Glycemic Index. I had never heard of it before. This was 12 years ago, maybe 13, I don't know. But nobody was really talking about it. I didn't know what it was. And now the speaker actually the many speakers, they threw out terms, they explained it. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I kind of understand this hill thing and this roller coaster. And you're telling me that this glycemic index affects my cravings and what I want to eat. But what do I eat? What does this mean for real life? Have you been there? You listen to somebody, me and I hope not, and you kind of understand what they're saying, but you have no idea how to apply it to real life. And if you ever have that problem and I'm talking like over your head, please let me know, because I don't want to go over your head. My goal for being here is to help you transform your health, not to confuse you. So I heard about this glycemic index, and I knew it had a roller coaster, and I knew it had to do with eating like real foods. But really, at that time, like, if it's edible, it's real, right? Because what we term now about this now, what we term now as a real food would be more like something that's not processed, not prepackaged. A real food, real in quotes, would be something that is more like God made it, not made in a factory, not made in a plant, but made by a plant. So the glycemic index, let's review that tonight. You've probably heard it because more people are talking about it than they were 12 years ago. 12 years ago, like I said, I knew nothing. I stopped at a bookstore and I found one book that had anything about glycemic index. And that book was a really fancy one. And to be honest, I don't know if I ever made a meal from it. So let's make this practical for you. Now, look at that. Haha. I was going to say, I didn't reverse print this, and I'm on my desktop, so I didn't know if it would do that mirror image or not. But look at this, you can read it, and I just printed it out normal. That makes me happy. It's the little things in life. So this is the glycemic index. It measures what your blood sugars do when you eat food. So if you eat something that's very high in sugar, that your body converts to sugar very quickly, your blood sugar is going to spike. And that's kind of right here. So you eat, your blood sugar spikes way up. And then because your blood sugar, your insulin has been released, and it's now shoving all of that food into the fat storage, because that's what it does. You have so much insulin or so much sugar that your body releases the insulin to shove it into fat storage. So now your insulin has shoved all of that glucose, all of that sugar into your storage system. So now all of a sudden, I can't go down. Oh my goodness, this is hard. It's not like a mirror. Okay, anyway. So it goes down. And then all of a sudden down here, you're hangry because you have no fuel in your body. Or all the fuel has been stored in the fat storage cells. So now you're hangry, you're starving, you've got cravings, and so then what do? You eat something else that's high glycemic or high in sugar, high in a food that your body can convert to sugar, and then you start the process again. Spike it, store that sugar into fat, drop it. And this is not a good roller coaster to be on. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Me too. And I like to tell this story. My sister joined, she's on, Hannah. She used to use this as to her benefit, I guess. When we go to the state fair, there's so many foods. And she had heard me talk about this glycemic index, and that if you eat a high glycemic breakfast, you actually consume more calories during the day because of this roller coaster. So Hannah had this great idea as well. I want to eat more foods at the state fair, so I'm gonna on purpose eat a very high glycemic breakfast so I can get on the roller coaster, so I can consume more food. Granted, she only did this one day out of the year, so that was understandable. Everything's about ratios and moderation. But anyway, it's not a good roller coaster to be on. You don't want to store all of that fat. You don't want to store all of that sugar as fat, I should say. So the glycemic index has also the other side, where if you eat low glycemic foods, so foods that are not converted into sugar very quickly in your body, then you don't go on that roller coaster as much. Sorry about the glare. Still trying to reverse my movements. So you release your energy slowly, you feel full longer, and you end up eating less. So that's what I heard at this conference 12 years ago. And I was like, okay, I got the chart, kind of get that, understand, but now what? What does this mean for real life? I also knew the numbers. Okay, so even now, you can go to the grocery store, and now you can see, like on packages, things are labeled low glycemic, or they never labeled high glycemic, because why would anybody want to advertise the fact that they're not healthy? Yeah, but you'll see things labeled low glycemic. So the glycemic index, I kind of knew those numbers, and I understood that they impact all of these things: energy, hunger, cravings, and most importantly, that crash and that hangry and needing to eat anything. So what do you look for if you're trying to eat low glycemic food? Like I said, real foods. You want to look for foods that come from a plant. You want to look for foods that are like God made them, not processed and packaged. And every time they go through that processing, they get a little worse for you. So you're looking for things that contain fiber and protein and fat. You're looking for fruits and veggies. We say that all the time. And you want things that have protein. So, oh my goodness, sorry about my reversing. The nuts and legumes, the meat, those are all low glycemic or even zero glycemic. Meat does not have a glycemic index. So what can you do? Oh, no, here's another one. Real food, how God designed it, and ingredients that you can pronounce. So, for example, a quick and easy meal that my family makes, it's low glycemic, it's packed with vegetables. We like frittata because, well, we have chickens, and when all of them are laying, we have a lot of eggs. So I really like an egg-based meal. It's cheap, it's healthy, and I can put all those veggies in. So if you've never made frittata, very easy. Crack all the eggs into a bowl. I'm not a recipe person. I apologize now. Drives my husband batty. I do about 10 to 12 eggs to feed our family of 6. And then, so I've got, it's usually about 2 cups, maybe 3 cups. I don't know. And I set that aside. And then I try to get about 2 to 3 cups of chopped vegetables. So we do peppers, broccoli, onion, any vegetable that you have, cauliflower, anything. And I've done some meat. I've done mushrooms. I try to do the mushrooms when I have some meat, because then if a detective says, "Are there mushrooms in here?" I'm like, "What do you think is a mushroom?" "This brown thing." I'm like, "No, that's sausage." And hopefully it is. And I chop the mushrooms very finely with my chopper. So anyway, yes, you can put anything in them. Little seasoning. I throw the vegetables in the pan first, saute them, throw the eggs on. Now you can stir it around once and then let it cook from the bottom. And then once it gets mostly cooked, then you throw it in the oven to finish. I am not that patient, so I mix it around and kind of do a scrambled egg until it's just quite not set, and then I smash it flat and let it finish cooking, because that makes it so you can cut it like a pizza or a pie, I guess. And I do top it with cheese. So it's not vegan. It's got the dairy, it's got the eggs, and it might have some meat in it. But it's got lots of veggies, and that's my goal for the meal. Easiest way to get that many veggies into my family. Stick it under the broiler for, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds. I don't really time it. I run around and make sure the table is set, or make sure everybody is setting the table. Pull it out, cut it like a pizza or a pie, scoop it out, put it on a plate. Full meal. Low glycemic. So it's got lots of fruits and veggies, it's got protein, and it's got healthy fats. And that's what you're looking for in a meal to make it low glycemic. So veggies, protein, fat. Carbs, now when people say carbs, they think bread. But vegetables are actually carbs. You don't need bread with your meal. You don't. We're brought up looking at this food pyramid, which at the base has bread. Everybody needed 6 to 10 servings of bread, right? If you didn't get that, oh my goodness, you are not going to be healthy. Well, now we know that that's not true. That's not how your body works. Bread is very high glycemic. If you want to store a lot of your energy into your fat cells, bread, awesome. If you don't, try to steer clear of a lot of breads. And that's hard, especially I am a carb addict. And when I say carb, it's the breads, the donuts, the cakes. I love them all. And occasionally I just need to reset and get off of this roller coaster completely. If you want to know any more details about that, let me know. But I wanted to let you know about this glycemic index and what you can do to apply it to your real life. So is there a real diet? There's paleo, there's ketogenesis or ketosis. What are the other popular ones? I can't think right now. But essentially, every diet has some good points. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a big diet. It wouldn't be popular. Every diet is going to work for some people. But what you need to realize in all of those choices, when you're looking at what your friend says that you have to try this because it worked so great for me, just remember that low glycemic food is the goal in all those diets. In all those diets, you're trying not to store your energy in your fat cells. You're trying to live healthy. So I leave you on this note. Eat real food. Oops, not that one. There we go. Eat real food. Food how God designed it, and ingredients that you can pronounce. Drop me a comment if you have any questions or anything I should talk about tomorrow. I am trying to go live on my page every day, every weekday this month, and I don't know what to talk about tomorrow. So leave a comment and tell me what I should talk about, and I will go live tomorrow, and maybe I'll talk about what you said. So down below, right? Leave me a comment and join me tomorrow. Put on that little notification thing so that everybody can, or you can know when I am live, and I will see you here tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Evening. It's very close to night. You know what I mean. Have a good day.